for our queer community, queer expression, queer history, and most of all, to celebrate the founder of Jules Catch One, who's here with us tonight, Jules Tyus Williams. Is dedicated to telling the accurate and authentic stories of the LGBTQ community, its people, its history, and its culture. And I just want to say a few thank yous to those who have made tonight happen. First of all, to Nacho Nava and Mesta, who curated this evening, who brought in all these amazing, talented performers. Thank you so much for all that you do. We really appreciate it. And Mitch Edelson, the owner of Catch One, is right back there. And the Catch One team was so excited that he opened this club up and he gave this as a donation, everybody. So all of the proceeds from tonight's event go to support our programs. And I want to thank the Los Angeles Blade, our media partner, as well as our volunteers, our host committee, our staff, and our board for making tonight a reality. And I have some board members with me here tonight who'd like to say a few words about the amazing Jules Tyus Williams.
Hi everybody, I'm Shooter Benoit and I'm proud to be on the board of the One Archives Foundation. In 1973, Jules opened the Catch One, the first black gay disco in Los Angeles. And the unofficial Studio 54 of the West Coast. Over its 40 years, owned and operated by Jules, the Catch served as a haven for the LGBTQ community. The black community, artists, and entertainers, including Janet Jackson, Madonna, Thelma Houston, Shaka Khan, and Sylvester, among countless more. As a result of what she created here in this building, Jules became a national role model for how to fight discrimination and serve our community. But Jules didn't stop with the Catch. In 2001, she opened the Village Health Foundation, located right next door. The nonprofit clinic continues to provide low-cost services specializing in nutrition, alternative medicine, lifestyle changes, and diseases with high incidence in the African American community, including HIV/AIDS, hypertension, and diabetes.
Roland Valencia, I'm a board member of the One Archives. Jewel, when you opened this place, it became a sanctuary. Well, in West Hollywood, they were talking about pigmentation. You were talking about liberation, affirmation, and acceptance. Well, they had an open toe shoe policy, so women were not getting into those places. You said, I'm open, and I'm open. And so we're here to celebrate your legacy. When they were saying, you don't belong here, you were saying, no matter if you were born here or born queer, but this is where you belong. So tonight, we're not only celebrating your legacy, but we're also making a promise. We're making a promise at the archives that we will always keep your legacy alive. Not only, thank you, you can applaud. We're making a promise that we're going to keep your legacy alive. Not only what you did in the past, but also what you're doing now, but also what your legacy is going to become in the future. We're going to let not only this generation, but the generations that are coming of who you were, and all of us. I mean, I remember I actually used to come to Catch One when I used to live on West Boulevard, and Washington. I was in my early 20s, mid 20s, and you know, many of us came because this was family. You know, many of our families rejected us. They were not interested in us, and you was really our mother. You were, while we were getting kicked out, you were opening those arms and said, "I embrace you. I embrace you for who you are." And because of that, we're so. And because of that, we're so eternally grateful to you forever and ever. Thank you.
All right, as a businesswoman, as an activist, and as a healer, we are proud to honor Jewel tonight with the inaugural One Archives Foundation History Maker Award.
Thank you. How's my family tonight? Everybody's good? Thank you, and a special salute to my spouse of almost 30 years, Rue. And my sister Carol came from Hawaii to join us for this year. There was I'm going to tell you some little stories and then I'm silent. I'll be brief. Okay, how's that? Yeah, I just needed a voice like that to tell you to talk louder. There was a middle school in Philadelphia, grades 6 to 8, and the graduation rate, we're talking about 13, 14-year-olds, was only like 35%. So 65% of the kids that started in the 6th grade did not finish the 8th grade. So they brought in a principal that had a record of making kids become achievers, and within 3 years, that number and within 2 years, that number had turned over to 65 of completing to 95% at the end of 3 years. So, how did he do it? First off, he had all the kids wear uniforms. And the second thing that he did was make it a priority, a prerequisite, a must for all grade levels to study African and African American history. So I was saying that to say how important it is for One Archives to be here too, and how important it is for all of you to take the time to go down and visit and see where your roots and your history came from. And then you can step out in faith and know that you have big shoulders to stand on, and you too can make history. And I'm going to take just a minute to get slightly political. And I'm going to quote a comedian, Moms Mabley, you probably don't know her. Well, one or two of you know. But one of her jokes was that everybody's talking about the good old days, and her retort was, "What good old days? I was there. Where were they at?" So I was saying all of that to say, and to lead into this theme of 45 saying, "Make America Great Again." America has not ever been the great country. The economy was always based on wars, and in between we had depression, recession, and all that. make America great once and for all by doing what we can to lift everything up. And y'all all carry greatness, and we can do this too. And one of the ways that we do, and a lot of people say, oh, you know, we'll vote. Yeah, you have to vote and you follow it up with action. And you begin it with starting with celebrating the organizations that are out there doing the work. Start your own. Just be active and be visible. And if you put the right energy into motion, it will manifest in success. Thank you.